my, that keeps changing. Hello and good day to yous. Welcome back to our month of horror games, where today we are going to be playing some Fear and Hunger. Looks like audio's working properly. This one's just going to work out of the box. Fantastic. Ooh, got some classes to pick from. Merc. Mercenary, thief, assassin, whatever brings the silver to the table. Mercenary is known for his dirty tactics in battle and crafty ways of gaining the advantage. That's, well, that's just a chill chuck. Knight with pure and righteous ways of the warrior, having been trained for combat since a child, Knight excels in close combat and with different weaponry. Dark Priest, bearing no burden on such things as morality and ethics, gives Dark Priest an edge in blood magic. However, devoting oneself to magic has left his physical body weak. And the Outlander, hardened in the freezing winds of the north, Outlander is an epitome of survival. He knows all the tricks to stay alive, even in the most impossible situations. Alright, so we got the kind of guy who can deal with environmental effects pretty well. Somebody with strong magic but weak of body. Somebody who's good with lots of weaponry and fighting. And someone who will fight, steal, and do whatever it takes to survive. They sound the most well-rounded. Yeah, let's just go for a mercenary for now. Get a feel for what's going on here. Oh, and I gotta name them. I leave it to you, Raz. Very standby for very basic character. Beware, the game contains scenes of extreme violence, gore, sexual violence, and drug usage. If you are sensitive to such subjects, it is advised not to play the game. Or watch it. Should any of those things be not okay, leave now, I guess. Is that an eye? Is that a diagram of a solar system? Or a molecule? Choose game mode. Darkness is more merciful. Starvation is levels up a threat. Darkness is real. Starvation is constant. Enemies are tough. Additional enemies and scenarios defer or push you. No saving. No additional party members. All the features of terror and starvation apply. Well, I'm not looking to go balls to the wall right out of the gate. I've played RPGs before, and I've played survival games before. Let's just go for a nice standard. Yes, we'll play the intro. I know almost nothing about Fear and Hunger besides the fact that, yes, things can get very, very gruesome. You were born with the soul of the endless that makes you yearn for freedom and forces you to push your creativity to its limits. You put your creativity to the test in the most harshest of environments. You were born and soon abandoned in the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, Shataya. Shataya. You had to choose at a very young age to either become a pickpocket, a burglar, or try to struggle and lead an honest life. Rob people, rob houses, being an honest working man. No idea what these do for me. I'm a burgle. Your life spent learning thievery certainly didn't go to waste. You learned to live with constant fear and danger over the years. The crude streets of Jataya teached you valuable lessons. Learned lockpicking. As you grew older, you took part in various mercenary armies and learned the dirtiest tricks to stay alive. You were taken in by a notorious veteran highwayman, and you joined his little band of criminals and ex-soldiers. During one of your many raids, your brigade got ambushed. The odds were seriously against you. You could have just abandoned your comrades and kept your life, or you could have fought to your last breath. Well, and these are probably abilities that make me better at running, and this will just make me generally better at fighting. Maybe give me a second wind. Fight to the last breath. Not many survived the ambush, but that just meant that the mission rewards got less takers. You were one of the lucky ones. I get money. You traveled across the land in your raids and eventually settled down in the kingdom of Rondon, where silver was loose as long as you were up for getting your knife dirty. One day you got an ominous task from the officials of the kingdom. You are to be paid well in silver if you get a captain of fabled mercenary army out of the dungeons of Rondon itself. From the dungeons of fear and hunger, the morbid place has been used as a wartime prison by the kingdom, and for some reason they need an outside sword like yourself to infiltrate their very own stronghold. Something is clearly not right about this mission, and you have felt nausea since the moment you agreed on the job. But you are short on silver, and the reward is all that matters in the end. I have 30 silver, what you talking about? You spent your last night in the kingdom, drinking and getting laid at the brothel, stocking up on food for the mission, stocking up on healing items for the mission, or rushing straight for your mission. Ah, God. This is starting to feel like a character that I've already played in an RPG, and if I'm gonna do that, then probably... depending on the difficulty of the game I'm playing on, either healing items or just go straight into it. Or if the cutscenes are funny. Let's go straight for the mission. I learned dash. Yeah, sure, save my character. Ah, I have teratophobia. Got a stick. Or a torch. Slows down the effects of darkness. Silver coins that I'm bringing into a dungeon. Doesn't feel all that useful. Well, I guess we'll find out. Lucky coin to be used in dire situations. Hold shift while choosing heads or tails to boost your chances. Oh, right. This is a game that's designed for mouse and keyboard. I should go check what the controller layout is. Okay, should be my X button. Hold X while choosing heads or tails to boost your chances. So this is... This is a cheat coin? I've got myself a scimitar. And a leather vest. Good for resisting fire. Recipes, items, weapons, and armor. Let's see. No shame in running away from battles to live another day. Movement speed increases greatly. Running can prove out to be a really valuable skill. Ability to open any simple lock with your trusty lockpick. And of course I can talk. Alright, got a few more controls here than I thought. Is it not going to tell me what my phobia is, or am I just going to have to search that up? We're learning things today. What is teratophobia? Fear of giving birth to a monster. Well, there's a new fear. And there's a fear I hope I don't have to experience. 'Cause that sounds awful. Might need to bind some controls. Oh, unless I just don't have a run button. A dead horse is laying here. Investigate. Based on the stage of decomposition, the horse has been dead for approximately 1 week. Beating the horse produces no effects. Old wagon seems to be lightly equipped. You search the barrel for anything useful. Find some rotten meat. And some carrots. Step inside the darkness. Feel your sanity climb with every passing moment. Yeah, I guess I should use this torch. Pick up dried mushroom. Strong smell of gore fills the darkness. I'll eat the rotten meat if I really need it, but for now, I guess I should eat my perishables. Dried salami, that'll last a while. Dried mushroom, that'll last a while. Carrot. Oh. My hunger was only at 5. Meat-eating flies. There's a body on the ground. Seems like a sacrificial gift for the older gods. Oh, loads of mushrooms here. Not real mushrooms. Moldy bread. Rotten barrel. Rotten barrel. Don't know what the fuck that thing is. Tiptoeing towards me. You can open the locked door with lockpicking. Piloted bodies in various states of rot. But nothing all that useful here. Old wine barrel. Stains of chewed tobacco fill the bucket. These seem fairly simple to circumvent, at least on the first floor. Ooh, a key. Rusty, worn-out key. Locked from the other side. What if I use a key on it? No? I guess I can fall down into there. Blue herb. And a green herb. Used to cure infections by rubbing them with the herb. A blue herb with a sweet smell. No idea what that one does. Two more carrots. Ominous aura fills the hallways. There's a tombstone here. Here lies Yuho of the Northern Woods. Although he only briefly served in the dungeon, he is severely missed. Nameless grave stands here. The dirt seems somewhat fresh, suggesting it's not that old. Uh-oh. Torch is going out. Cross is missing any text, but for some reason the hole has already been dug here. The pit is almost like waiting for someone. Coffin is sealed shut tight. It's stunned lab, but the coffin is too heavy to move. Coffin is wide open. There are scratch marks on the cover of the coffin suggesting someone or something was sealed inside. Some tomatoes, some meat. Should eat my stuff before it starts to rot. It's good for about 7. Hey there, Ludlow! Yeah, I thought it was Fear and Hunger too, but it's coming up as Fear of Hunger on Twitch. And the only other game I could find was Fear and Hunger 2, so it's obviously not that one. Also, how you doing today? Two more mushrooms, more mushrooms, more meat. Turnip, egg, cabbage, tobacco. Rare luxury product can be smoked with the pipe. Oh, should I put in some extra tags here? Yeah, maybe. This is for mature audiences. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Don't know if you can tell, but the lighting has changed slightly. My cabinet, which is offering a backlight, has been upgraded, and now I've got some RGB lights, which are actually lighting every shelf. And now I can do this. Ooh, multicolor. So many color options. But I think I'll just stick with yellow, because it's, I guess, closest to the light room color. Dabba dee dabba die. Still gotta go do the other one, though. Oh, it's taken me a couple of months to get this all together because I was buying lights and then plugs and then converters for the plugs over the several sessions. Can never quite find the ones I needed. Rotten meat. Room feels somewhat safe. As safe a place can in these dungeons, that is. Yeah, I don't think I need a bed yet, so I'll just take that blanket. Cloth can be used to tie up small wounds and stop bleeding. Oh, there's a dude. Some oil. If I can find myself a stick, I can make a new torch. Does that guy even know I'm here? 5 tinderboxes. Heavy night. Hold it. Just hold it right there. You are sane, I gather? Even if I may seem winded and wounded, I can still pack a deadly blow or two. So don't get any ideas. Who are you? Good. Getting yourself to nice dry ground. Sounds nice. I am Sir Seymour, a knight from the Grand Kingdom of Rondon. I served my country to the last breath. Just know that. What are you doing here? I've delved down here together with my comrades. We have a mission to fulfill. The fate would, however, have it so that each of us got lost. I fear for the worst. Now my priority is to regroup with the Crown Prince, Prince Ludwig Buckman, and with the rest of my party as well, if possible. What has happened down here? It is a mystery. I have no idea how things are in this shape. The dungeons are beyond unholy at this point. Do you know this place? This place is used as prisons by the Kingdom of Rondon. Everyone knows these dungeons around these parts. They are pretty notorious, in fact. All kinds of rumors are exchanged in the dark of the night. The rumors speaking of unimaginable horror. Who knew they were not just pesky rumors? What has happened down here? It is a mystery. I have no idea how things are in this shape. The dungeons are beyond unholy at this point. Any tips? You seem like the type that can handle yourself just fine. Just stay on the defensive side, and you might just make it. Whenever you get a bad feeling, guard. It's better to be safe than sorry. Another good pointer would be to behead anything that comes close to you. As tempting as that might sound, it might be a tricky feat to pull off in the heat of battle. Try to shake the balance of the enemy first, maybe attack their legs, and then, only then, go for the finishing blow when you know the enemy won't be running around wildly anymore. Patience is definitely a virtue in combat. Are you hurt? You noticed it? Yes. I got hurt by that bastard over there. Caught me off guard. The thing splurts out acid. Watch out if you ever run into one of them. Armory here has miscellaneous armor pieces laying around in various condition. Heads. You find a chainmail hood. Oh, that's a nice increase to defense. Yeah, no, I'm still running around with the cheap cam until you can get the higher quality upload or stream rate. Though the 720p will serve most webcams. I should probably update my webcam though, get rid of the graininess at the very least. Oh god, that's real dark. I only got one torch left, too. Blue herb. Hey, a torch. Red herb. Red herb with a neutral smell. There are remains of a bizarre creature left here. The blood is still wet. Dirt. Is that useful? Looks like feces, smells like feces, but why would anyone be carrying this? I could throw it. Eat my carrot. Eat my cabbage. Oh, that was a good bit. Alright, guess I'll get out of here. Red herb. Morning star. Can cause momentary stun to enemies as well as bleeding. Force door open. Attack. Go with my morning star. Door is too strong for you. You don't seem to be strong enough to force the door open. To the prison, then. Even the smallest noises echo in this hall. Door is locked from the other side. Can I force this door open? Door is too strong for you. Oh, thought that was a guy. It's a crazed prisoner. Can I talk him down? You try talking to this wretched soul. What is your origin? I am not. Or am I? The prisoner slurs something in uncertainty. The prisoner seems to be a dead man standing, brought to life by some wicked magic. Seems like there is only a fragile belief in life keeping the ghoul on his feet. You might be able to shake the belief fairly easily. Ow. Now I'm bleeding. There's no need for killing. Prisoner doesn't seem to respond to your talking in any way. Ah, what'd you do to my hand? There, now you can't come after me. Keeps on fighting even without a head. Well, good luck fighting without a torso. Use that cloth to get rid of my bleeding. I have no idea what's up with my hand, though. Cure infection? Yes. Okay. Search body. I'll beat him then. I think I'm gonna save. You feel a bit rested even though you had troubling dreams. I don't know if that fixed my mind, but it definitely didn't fix my body. Oh, what ground feels squishy underneath your feet? What the hell is this doing above the prison? Might it be possible to escape these dungeons? Miscellaneous torturing items. You cannot comprehend the function of most of them. Take the skinning knife. Skin animals with it. Table is used for torture. The butt is still wet here. Some more cheese. I think my torch is starting to fall apart a little bit there. If I jump down this hole, will I land on that pile of bodies? Can't see the bottom of the pit. You'd have to guess. The pit seems to open up a little, judging from the distant echoes. Oh, no. Right down. Such a large cavern was hidden beneath the dungeons? Your feet are busted because of the fall. Broke both my legs. I misjudged where that was going to drop me. Red herb heals health. So does blue herb heal mind? I guess I'll find out in a sec, because I'm going to be losing sanity in the darkness. No, also heals body. I've got the recipe for a torch. Just need to get myself a stick and a cloth fragment. I thought I... Oh, did I not grab a cloth from that bed? Needed to find myself a rope. That is a very suggestive looking pillar. Yeah, there was no getting away from that. A couple of cave gnomes appear out of the darkness. Are they willing to talk? Try talking to the cave gnome. Que? I appear to have confused them, but I summoned another one. Keep sane. Can use to melt certain objects. Sweet. Water looks and smells drinkable. Neutral smell. Got a couple of combat items. Mostly for healing, but this one can be used to melt stuff. Ow. And I'm infected again. Good hit. Feel a terrible presence entering these dungeons. Mere wooden planks keep mine walls from collapsing on you. The minecart is full of rocks and rubble. Took a stone. Can I throw it? What's it for? Hey, lady. You notice a person kneeling in the darkness. The person doesn't seem to radiate immediate danger or aggression, and your presence seems to remain hidden. Step out of the shadows. Oh, new visitors? My name is Nosramas. I'm an alchemist living down here. Pleased to meet you. You cannot quite tell if the alchemist is a woman or a man. Something about his stature seems almost otherworldly or ancient. Nice to meet you. The white-haired alchemist gives you a smile that seems almost too genuine. My apologies. I left a kettle on and I'm in a bit of a hurry. Let's meet again. Guess I'll follow him? The person disappeared into the darkness. The echoes of his footsteps sound distant before vanishing completely into the thin, moist air. Good, another torch. Empty minecart. It's gathering rust in the humidity of these mines. Oh boy. He's beating me. Oh, he gave up. Hallway is collapsed here. Makes you wonder how the rest of this old fortress holds up. Ah, shoot. Walked right on top of me. Ghostly figure stands tall before you. Somehow, I don't feel like I can talk this ghost down. What do you want? Spectre doesn't react in any way. I would not say that. I'd say he reacted by attacking me. I feel like I'm dead. Party tries to escape. It's good for health. Or good for hunger. I don't know if there's anything in there. Hey, guy. Lost my arm. Yellow mage. Fuck your casting arm. Ow. Well, guess I'm dead. try again. Another merc. Mers. I'm gonna stay on regular old difficulty. Let's lead an honest life. You struggled through your early life, but managed to get by as a merchant of sorts. Your skills of haggling and speech improved over the years, and you also managed to gather some savings. I got some money. However, your endless soul yearned for more. You couldn't just become a family man. You grow fat and make a living as a mere merchant. You were destined for more. Fight to the last. For more money. Go drinking and get laid. You get a wine vial, a bottle of whiskey, and an ale. You also get an itch in your groin. Oh no, did I contract a disease? Still have teratophobia. Got lots of stuff to protect my sanity. Glass. Carrots. Dirt. A pipe. I just need some tobacco. Search the crate for anything useful. Find iron arrow. There is a guest book 1 on the table. Someone has written the passages here. This nightmare has taken its toll on me. I am devolving into something far lesser than the man I once was. All the high morals and ethics have no value here, the things I've done to survive. There's no place for a little miscreant like me in the warmth of the sun anymore. I am part of these dungeons. Part of this never-ending nightmare. Just one more cog in this machine of fear and hunger. In a way, I find it comforting. I have a definite place in this wicked world. But I am writing this here as a warning for anyone who happens to step down into this darkness. Do leave if it is still possible. Find a small booklet under the guest book. You take the Book of Fears. That barking is from the game. There's dogs approaching as I run into the dungeon. I guess I'm being cornered here. Book written about different phobias. Book of Fears and Phobias. Necrophobia, fear of death, dead, and corpses. Phasmophobia, fear of ghosts and ghastly figures. Rabidophobia, fear of magic and otherworldly powers. Erotophobia, fear of sex and genitals. Zoophobia, fear of animals and beasts. Teratophobia, fear of monsters and malformations. Hey, it was specifically giving birth to a monster that I read. Panophobia, fear of everything. Oh no. Yeah, that one's bad. Oh god, dogs. They're coming. Can I calm the dogs down? Sit. Hound seems to take no orders from you. It stays determined at ripping your throat open. Ow. Jagged Jaw is barking. Guessing that's gonna call some help. I don't have anything to help in this case, so just attack the dogs. Fuck up the legs. Or just go for the head. It's just a regular dog. Oh no. Oof. Oh wow, just dead, eh? That's over, just like that. Time to just think of random names and go in for it. Beak Bucket. Your life spent learning thievery certainly didn't go to waste. You learned to live with a constant fear and danger over the years. The grid streets of Jataya teached you valuable lessons. I can steal. As you grew older, you took part in various mercenary armies and learned the dirtiest tricks to stay alive. Abandon my comrades. You learned escape plan. Stuck up on healing items. Get a blue vial and 2 cloth. Yeah, that's pretty useful. Sure, why not? Throwing knife. Some meat. Purifying talisman. Bone saw. Get that Book of Fears back. Man, they come in here fast. One dog down. Ow. Cripples me and bleeds me with one attack? Bastard. Okay, you got no legs left. God, that barely does anything. Okay, guess I don't go in through the front entrance because those dogs just, like, are faster than me. Angeal. So it's just gonna give me random stats then? Run, talk, lockpicking, and escape plan. Didn't even see what this was. Greatly enhances your chances for running away from fights. Do whatever the hell these things are. White vial. Full of white-colored liquid. Works as antidote to poisoning. Wonder if I can throw rotten eggs. Effective against infection. Yeah, it would be. If I get a real bad one. Maybe the early floors are just, like, full of things to eat, but food doesn't really seem to be much of a problem. It's just very plentiful here. Okay, that was actual real mushroom. Just didn't approach it right, I guess. Rotten blueberries and rotten meat. Find a plate mail. Nice big armor upgrade. Aw, I got a tails. Fortunately, everything here seems to be in too bad shape to use. Leather helmet. Purifying talisman. Chainmail hood. Street chest doesn't seem to be locked. With a small key. You hear voices inside your head. Come and find me. Let the blood flow. You could open the door. Lock is too sturdy for your lock-picking skill. Oh, got too close to whatever the hell this thing is. A jelly-like creature appears from the darkness. It's gonna be pretty hard to hit that head when he's so tall. Let's topple him over. Ow. Can you even fight back now? Yes, he can. He can inject me with things. Neva has nothing of value. It's jelly-like, so your kicks sink in deep. this side. So this does appear to be a game without an experience system, or I'm not seeing it. So fighting is just bad. I should do my best to avoid it. Is there an exit out of this floor? Wheat flour. Lone skeleton sits here. Here lies Sir Jacob, the great storyteller who made everything just that much more lively. Here lies Jonah. This one desperately sought death. Well, hope she's glad now that she's found it. Here lies Sir Sonia. Her brute strength beat every man in her arm wrestling match. Coffin is wide open. There's scratch marks on the cover. Passage through there. Starting to feel hungry. I'm a little hungry, yes. Probably combine my wheat flour with the egg to make something good, so I'll just chew on a mushroom for now. Rotten meat pie. Hey, the Morning Star again. Lots of rotten food. Light blue vial. Hello again. Search table for weapons. Got another scimitar. Yeah, I didn't think the Iron Cuirass was going to be as good as the plate mail, but had to check. Good bit of alcohol. Nice. Does this person have a pipe? They do not. Probably not strong enough for this. Nah. Need a tinderbox and a stick if I want to make another torch. Crawling dude coming after me here. Ah, God, I couldn't see him. Out goes an arm. Out goes the other arm. Out goes the head. And there goes the bod. Prisoner has nothing on him. Soul Devoured necklace. Stone protects against otherworldly powers. Yeah, I'll take a magic defense. What if I go up here instead? Oh, God. Prison guard with a crossbow. Or a ballista. I'm sorry, what is that? Stinger. Well, well, quite the stinger you got there, sir. Try talking some sense into this monstrosity. Please don't. Gurgle, gurgle. There appears something resembling a smile on his face. Can I throw? No. Fuck up his ballista. Eh. Ow. And I'm dead. Oh man, it's rough here. Well, let's try a different class. Let's go for some magic. Ugh. God. I don't know why it made me think of him for a sec, but, Oh, God, what was his name? Mock. From Rock and Rule. I'm sure if he really looks anything like him. What's your intro like, sir? You're born with the soul of the enlightened. You're always seeking restlessly for new knowledge and secrets hidden from the common folk. This trait started to show itself at a very young age as you were chosen to become a dark priest upon the birth of you and your twin sister. Typical of such occult rites, you were pitted against your sibling with ritual daggers and challenged to fight each other to the very last breath. Unfortunate for you, you were born with a fragile body and your sister easily overpowered you and had her dagger on your neck waiting for the final blow. She, however, showed mercy and withdrew her dagger. She stepped away from you as your high priest masters glared gleefully at the event unfolding before their very eyes. Strike your dagger to her spine while she walks away. Accept my defeat? I guess I'll be banished. Dark Priest got no place for the weak, so you were thrown down to an underground well. There you were meant to quietly wither away. Instead, you fed on insects and other small critters that shared your fate down in the darkness. With time, you learned to understand the language they spoke. You learned mastery over insects. With the aid of your new slaves, you eventually grew strong enough to climb up the well. You creeped upstairs to the temple and noticed it was nighttime. Set the temple ablaze. Vengeful in how you had been treated, you set the temple on fire, jammed the exit door so no one could escape, and then ran away. Only muffled screams could be heard from coming from the temple. You learned pyromancy trick. After leaving the temple grounds, you vowed to become a dark priest on your own merits and prove your fate wrong. When beginning your self-studies, you first had to choose the god you dedicate your time to. Pray for Grogoroth, Sylvian, Ulmer, or God of the Depths. Let's go for some depth magic. Traveled across the western continent learning about different gods, deities, blood magic, and all known sciences. Your studies didn't come without their merits. You were acknowledged by the top scholars of the modern times. You were finally granted a pass to the great libraries of the Kingdom of Rondon. You now had the collection of all known history and science at your grasp. You learned of a certain man who was prophetized to begin a new era for mankind. A man meant for greatness, but why would you need to share a spotlight of the gods with any mortal man? Prophecies are only for those who are weak enough to bend to their sorry fates. You need to find this man and learn more. To your current knowledge, he would be found imprisoned at the notorious dungeon of fear and hunger. You decide to stock up before your travels. On magic items, on intoxicants, on healing items, or run straight there. Get the dash ability. And magic items. Soulstone. Yeah, definitely got some less health on this guy. Surface of the gemstone is smooth, yet it seems to be naturally formed. Five tinderboxes. Dried meat. cloth fragment and a stick. Hey! Means of creating a torch. Oh yeah, what about my skills? Simple pyromancy trick to cause burns to your opponent. Ah, so it costs mind to cast magic, and I guess also, anything that would do sanity damage. Undo the effects of any lesser magic by your superior knowledge in the greater scheme of things. Understanding of insects. You can hear and talk with insects of all sizes. Rotten veggie pie. A cabbage. I made me a torch. Opium. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. Don't recognize whatever god is that ritual to. Can't force that door open. Can't pick that door open. I'll probably just need a spell that does X thing to do anything here. Get stuff to protect myself. Am I not proficient in armor? Oh god, what's happening? I just randomly got sucked into the floor. Search the barrel for anything useful. Talking to yourself or the voices inside won't save your sanity. Wooden buckler. And nothing. So I just went into my own mind palace and found a buckler on the ground, I guess. Wear the leather helmet. Not gonna be able to get through there. Nothing going on with these graves. Seat is slightly different, but still mostly the same. Thorned ring. It's a steady flow of poison. Makes you immune to bigger amounts. Expose me to a bunch of poison and I'll just gain an immunity to it, I guess. Anything I can do with an iron arrow, or do I need a bow? Use for long-range sharpshooting. If you have a bow, use shift to shoot. So yes, I can use that to attack before I even get into combat. Another plate helm. And a cursed short sword. Oh, there's the monster. What is going on over here? Oh, weak to cursed sword. Oh, but you're gonna be a problem. Keep burning. And he's weak to that. Cut my arm off. And he burned to death. Use a soul stone. Change its appearance. The stone is radiating faint blue light. Inside the gem radiate faint blue light. Don't know what I can do with souls. Ooh, had a key. Little slow there, bud. Alright, going up is just gonna get me killed probably. So I guess I'll go back to Meatscape. That is going to break my legs unless I have some way to dampen the fall. Someone or something is walking towards this room. There's an old man. Ah, there's a torturer. There's an arrow trap on the wall. I only have the one arm. I probably don't want to put it in there. Ah! No, wait. You're a sane one, right? Right? Yeah, of course. I'd be dead otherwise now. Don't stay on the doorway. It gives out if someone sees you. My name doesn't matter in this very moment. I've been lost in these dungeons for what feels like a lifetime. My sense of time has become blurry. It might be years, months, or... Might be years, months, or I fear even just weeks. I just cannot handle it any longer. I feel my mind giving up already. I just can't. I don't know what business you got here, but if I were you, I'd run out as fast as possible. Escaping the place is even possible anymore, that is. More cloth. Why? This is relentless. Behind every corner, something new awaits to harm me. Are you just gonna hide here? In case you haven't noticed already, these dungeons are filled with unimaginable horrors from the depths of the darkness. One more terrifying than the last. But the most sadistic one would have to be the torturer. The torturer of these dungeons. Get a hold of yourself. It's not that simple. Search barrel for anything useful. Hope I don't run into a torturer. Or a bunch of cultists. Judging from the contents of this table, this room is the office of the captain of these dungeons. Captain's diary and small key. Captain Rudimer, 16th of January, 1590. Tror once again went too far with his wicked methods. The prisoner was but a child, but already he had to go through so much torture that he shit himself more than he bled. I must say I'm afraid of torture to a certain degree. Sometimes I think I would do this world justice if I just offed him with my blade. Very few know, but Torturer used to be a famed holy knight of Rondon back in the day. He was able to achieve great fame at a very young age, but during our holy campaign against Eastern territories, he was captured. Everyone presumed him as dead. He died as a war hero. He should have died as a... He should have died as a war hero. Weird. But 5 years later, when we occupied the eastern capital, Jataya, we also found what was left of Torturer. He was but a shadow of his former self, a disfigured hunchback man with barely any resemblance to the great heroes so many adored. I am sure during those 5 years he went through every method of torture he now puts to use himself. Just to honor the memory of Torture the White, I let this monster live today, although I see great contradiction in my words here. Yeah, that's, if you're doing his name a disservice by keeping what's left of that monster alive. Search the shelf, find a bottle of whiskey. Search the shelf for books. No books. Blood and Flower Magic 1. In this book, I reminisce my time at the Eastern Sanctuaries with my late master, Nasra the Great. You see, I was given honor of being an apprentice to the Great Wizard. My time with him was brief, and I only managed to scratch the surface of the immense knowledge he possessed. In this book, I will list out the secrets and spells he spoke of, on how to acquire the knowledge behind these blood magics and flower magics. You have to seek that information elsewhere. These would be his words. I know of the first secret of Gogoroth. If I see, hanging from a tree, a dead man corpse, I wish upon his soul and bind it back to their umbilical cord, and then that corpse will walk and speak again with me. So Gogoroth can give me the ability to speak with the dead? Could be handy. I know of the first secret of Sylvian. If I sprinkle my seed inside the womb of a freshly deceased, the life that is left and lingering in that corpse will sprout a son in my name. A son that will a life of violence. Okay. I can bone a corpse, and it will produce a fighting monster for me. Gross. I know of the second secret of Gogoroth. The minuscule world that I have always felt curiosity for becomes understandable to me. I'm finally able to converse with the insects around me and have them reveal their deepest secrets. Alright, I had that ability. Or, no, I've currently got that ability. I know the second secret of Sylvian. I no longer have to fear for separation from my loved ones, for we can forever join in a marriage of flesh, an act of love that creates a beautiful unison for two souls. Fusion dance. I know of the third secret of Gogoroth. For all the wrong that they have done to me, I can merely point my finger and leash out the violence at them in their desperate cry of remorse. This kind of sounds like CC, or it might be damage equivalent to the amount that they've done to me. I know of the third secret of Sylvian. As human beings are simple creatures guided by their feelings and lust, I can easily control their affections in a most primal of ways. Instant horny button. There's a bloody toilet hole. You could fit through the hole. You see nothing but darkness. The smell is awful, however. The smell is a mixture of death, blood, feces, and semen. Ugh. Pine cone. Blue vial. I'm hungry. Eat a carrot. Eat another carrot. Eat a blueberry. Ooh, that one heals health. Empty scroll. Someone's written notes here on an empty scroll. Oh Lord, teach hurting. Penance of Knights. Recipes of the 15th century. Creation of life. This is a mock-up bookshelf. None of the books are real. Dusty old books fill the bookshelf. Some seem rotten and moldy. Found a scroll of the Church of Healing. The book itself doesn't seem interesting in the slightest, but there's some separate pages left here as well. This book is about the various recipes from the famous Chef Anders of the Royal Kitchen of Rondon. Even if the book portrays itself as a recipe book, it seems to tell more about the notorious Chef Anders himself. It's more of a biography book, greatly over-exaggerating his life triumphs and challenges as the royal chef. There seems to be a nice love story twist, too, with the princess of the court. Between all this romance and betrayal, you find recipes of Chef Anders' famous meat pie and veggie pie. Nostradamus, 13th of the 5th moon of 1109. The Berlin studies with the black growth hormone finally produce some results. The black liquid has proven to be very potent in my previous research, but this new discovery is unlike anything I expected. The mixture with human blood has created a new artificial life form. Results are a tiny fetus with human features. It is breathing lightly and seems to be in constant agony. My controller does disconnect. Yep. Bro, reconnect, please. What the heck? Doing this again, are we? I've always had a couple of issues keeping the connection on this controller, but more recently it's been like completely desyncing. Remove controller. Add device. There we go. Nozoramus, first of the half moon of 1109. The life form was ever so hungry, but no matter how much nourishment I feed it, there is no visible growth. I'm doing experiments with different sources of food, but nothing seems to work. It's as if this miserable being is destined to forever remain in the state of constant agony. Crazy metabolism on that boy. 30th of the half moon of 1109. The appetite is nothing short of astonishing, but it produces no effect in its growth. 2nd of the 6th moon. I killed the child. It had no purpose in this world. I'm questioning whether we as humans were ever meant to create artificial life. I must once again study the teachings of the older gods to obtain such miracles. The Fellowship. Fellowship found their way to the ancient tombs that would lead them to their confrontation with the older gods. The Fellowship persisted through the numerous hazards and dangers the older gods threw at them. Eventually, all 5 of them would reach the golden gates of Mahavra, the very same gates Al-Mur ascended from 800 years prior. It seemed like the Fellowship had bested all the challenges God laid before them, but at the most crucial moment, a seed of doubt was planted into the mind of the 5th one. The Forgotten One was the last trial the old gods had in store. His purpose in the grand scheme of things was to create doubt and unease between the Fellowship. Holding tight to their grand mission, the Fellowship prevailed, however. They laid down all the doubts and proceeded to the Golden Temple of Mahavra. The Fellowship tore down the legacy of the Gold Gods and created a new world order, an age where mankind decided their own fate, an age of growth and prosperity. The Fellowship became the new gods we know and love today. Fortunately, I don't have anything to write with. Oh, yeah, empty scroll. Learn the secrets of the healing whispers. Learn healing whispers. Heal wounds and injuries. Oh, that sounds good. Penance of Knights. The Penance Knights are a special unit of the Vatican City that wear tailor-made armors. The Penance Knights are used in the most perilous tasks and missions where the chances of survival are especially low. Thus, the armor has been designed only to be put on. There is no removing it once one is chosen for the mission. Are you ready to put it on? The last suit you'll ever wear. The armor has rows of small spikes that drill into the skin of its wearer. The pain is meant to cleanse the mind for the task at hand, and also heighten the fury in the midst of combat. Because of the nature of the Penance Knights and the Penance armor, only convicts with life and death sentences are recruited to the unit. The recruits are given one last chance to repent their crimes and atone their sins before the Ascended One, Al-Mur, passes on the final judgment. I think I've read the rest of these. Yeah. I can craft something with an egg, meat, and wheat flour. Oh yeah, the pie. Dried egg and meat. Sure, let's craft some stuff. Made a meat pie. Made a bacon and egg. Made a mushroom stew. I need 2 more book pages for that. Blueberries and wheat flour for a berry pie. Carrot and tomato for another stew, I guess. Black vial and a blood vial. Oh, yes, for weird, suffering, hungry child. Carrot and wheat flour for the veggie pie. Yeah, good deal of recipes learned. Human Hydra. I'm hungry. Bring us food, human. What do you eat? Humans, of course. Bring us sacrifices. They will create an idol out of our fears. Let's talk this person into following us, maybe? What god do you serve? We serve all the gods. Despite the common folk blaming the dark times on the older gods, we also value their teachings. Grogorth, Sylvian, or Almur, the Ascended One, the original destroyers and creators. I believe I follow the new god. Roughly 800 years ago, mankind decided to take the reins in their own hands. We had suffered long enough because of the neglect of the older gods. New gods will bring us closer to the paradise. What are these dungeons? The dungeons of fear and hunger, a nexus for different planes of existence. These dungeons are one of the last places where man can still meet his creators. What is your origin? I am but a wretched being on a holy pilgrimage. All the priests of the Western world dream of delving down these dungeons. What are you chanting? You interrupt a priest from his chant and summoning with your counter magic mantra. You are another priest of destruction, it seems. No chanting. Priest's robe is torn into shreds. Got a cloth. What I need is a stick. They will create an idol out of our fears. Ah! I'm burning! Oh god, I'm burning! Purifying talisman and robe. Yeah, not as good as mine. And a soulstone. There's a person nailed on the statue. The blood is dripping down to the pool at where the statue stands. Sacrifice. There's a bunch of bodies back here that I could hand you. I guess I would have to sacrifice a living follower. Grab one of its heads and rip it off with brute strength. Pyromancy. There's a lot of heads. This one. If you don't stop, we're gonna wreck you up badly. Okay, okay. We'll let you go this once. How nice of them to let me take a head before, allowing me to run away. The mist seems to twist into unnatural shapes. Hey, a stick! Partly decomposed body is hanging here. There's a well here. It reeks of death. Then I'd best not jump down it. Search the barrel for anything useful. Rotten turnip. Moldy bread. I think I saw a bug. As master of insects, you are able to hear whispers. Master, my rotten home. There was something shiny. So what, if I eat that turnip or something, I'll find a shiny object? There is a man in the darkness. Burn him. Ow. Nothing of value. Skin him. Skin from a ghoul. But I don't know what to do with it. Mock-up book. Empty book with just wooden covers. Someone has written notes here. Death is the answer. Empty scroll. Book of Forgotten Memories. Pinecone Pig instructions. As you open the book, you feel warmth and nostalgia that cannot be explained. Memories of your past life flash before your eyes, but some of these memories are not of yours. You remember the wicked rituals your ancestors took part in, the crude, old-fashioned witchcraft that lacked the finesse of its modern counterpart. You remember how your ancestors would desperately try to contact even the most minor demons in their attempts to gain more knowledge of the other side. You remember how from every generation only the eldest child would be chosen to continue the family name, while the rest would be cut open and have their blood drained as a sacrifice to older gods. You remember, after generations of these black arts, your ancestors finally managed to summon a wretched little evil. It's been 4 years, eh? Happy anniversary. Oh. I've been at this for some time now. The miscreant that crawled from the summoning circle revealed its secrets. You remember blood sacrifice. As you finish reading the book, it crumbles into dust before your very eyes. There are instructions on how to build your own pinecone pig, the amulet of good luck and fortune. The pinecone pig seems to originate from the north, from the little villages in Oldgard. First, you need a narrow stick. Break it into 4 equally long pieces. Align them to each other to make sure they are the right size. Take a well-kept pinecone. Push the sticks inside the openings in the pinecone. The sticks should be able to carry the weight of the pinecone, so they should be placed on all 4 sides of the bottom of the pinecone. The pinecone pig is ready. Enjoy! That certainly is a thing. Sacrifice blood for gods. If I go back to that sacrifice statue where the guy is pinned up, I wonder if I can use this. Or does it do something else in battle? What wasn't this? You don't know what's in this bottle. Mmm. Coffee. Definitely not goofy juice. Where's my recipe for pinecone pig? Oh, it's an armor. Okay. Need a stick to do it. You see a figure standing in the shadows ahead. Worm juice. A bottle full of mild poison that is said to kill parasites and worms inside the host's body. 3 pieces of pocket tinderboxes. Map showing distribution of army units on the table. Find the captain's orders. On the subject discussed earlier in our last exchange, we no longer have need for those captives. What you do with those poor bastards is none of my concern. If you do go with your wicked plans, please make sure you leave no one talking about the studies performed. No witnesses, so to speak. Londe, was it Ludlow? I know, it must be so tiring reading all those fanfics. Cruelty is not unheard in times of war. I'm sure you, if anyone, should know this. But some things exceed the limits any human should ever experience. We do not want word going around. Take no insult in my words, but for my own sake, too, I hope I never hear from you again. Captain Rudimer. Ah, Master! Prison guard is measuring my proportions. I look at this guy and I think talking's not gonna go over so well. So let's set him on fire. Burn, damn you. Die. Hey, that went over pretty well. Search him. Find a severed arm, leg, and a skeletal arm. Can I stitch these onto myself or something? What are these for? Nope, I just eat it. Gross. Guard skin. Maybe I can make a friend. I don't know how to do that yet, though. I'm back in this room. I'm gonna get attacked by dogs, aren't I? No place for a little miscreant like me in the warmth of the sun anymore. I am part of these dungeons now. Part of this never-ending nightmare. Just one more cog in this machine of fear and hunger. Hello, homie. How's it going? Also, do enlighten us. How doth one make friend? Always collapsed here. Makes you wonder how the rest of this fortress holds up. Oh, I can use tinderboxes to light candles in the room. That would have been kind of handy earlier. Seems to be a little girl inside the cage. She is hiding her face from you. Are you okay? She doesn't respond. Are you a monster? She doesn't respond. Open the cage. The girl is staying quiet. Hey, she's following me. So I'm afraid of corpses or something, and she's afraid of animals. So I guess the more time I spend around these corpses, the man, that's a... Didn't notice that fear before. That is a bad fear to have for somebody who's, like, almost certainly a necromancer. I don't know, homie. That kind of sounds like a parasocial relationship to me. I need some alcohol. Whiskey's probably a bit too small. How about the ale? Yeah, that's what I thought. Also, what's this girl got? No skills. Oh, the skeletal arm is a weapon. I'll take 5 magic defense for 1 defense. Still can't use these, right? Oh, did I get another arm? Or did eating that arm actually give me an arm? Yeah, that's fair. Thorned ring can't be removed once I've put it on. Well, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Waits until I try to put the item on. And hey, I have a girl that I could sacrifice. Might keep her around for a bit, though. See how useful she is. Feel the presence of a minor curse attached to the door. Counter its effects. Pretty dark in here. There is something written here. The hexen creates a connection to the gods both new and old. To get closer to the older gods, you must work your way up and gain their affinity. With each circle, you get closer to them. New gods only pass on their knowledge to those who share the same birth sign and soul with them. The hexen table stands here ominously. Okay. Guess I can see all the potential skills. Counter magic. Endless domination, torment, enlightenment. Oh, wait, yeah, I should be able to unlock stuff with my lesser souls. Needleworm, flock of crows, locust swarm, pyromancy, herding, blood golem, necromancy, black orb, pheromones, loving whispers, war cry, devour, marksmanship, leg sweep, defense stance, counter, fast stance, on guard, lockpicking, dash, steal. Can I only advance out from stuff that I'm next to? Flock of crows, needleworm, pheromones sounds like it could be useful. No? I'm supposed to do? Maybe I don't have enough souls. Alright, torturer. Time to get yours. And down he goes. Second floor key. Skinning him serves no purpose. I beg to differ. Scoop in glass vial for some blood. So I need what? Like bread and a black... Blood vial and a black vial. Iron Maiden waiting for the next poor soul to see its insides. Miscellaneous torturing items. You cannot comprehend the function of most of them. Another skinning knife. What, in case I break mine? I was really expecting that guy to put up more of a fight. Hey, bro. Torturer's gone. You want to join me? Managed to get rid of that wretched torturer? Absolutely magnificent. But the dangers of the dungeon don't end here. Do you want to travel together? Ah, you are heading towards the darkness. I apologize, but not this time. I will catch my breath here for a while. Let us trade words later in a more secure environment. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the arrow. Oh, I got lots of cloth. Is that mushroom stew? Real good for hunger. Not anything else. Alright, further into flesh pits. What the hell are you? Lizard man! Emotionless yellow eyes stare at you. He's got the, I don't remember what the shield this is, but it gives you pretty good fire resistance in Dark Soul. So I guess I'll just hit his body. Oh, no. Oh, she managed to get a hit. Ow! I lost my another arm. Damn it. It's so easy to lose weapons. Or lose limbs, which I guess are weapons for me. I can still cast magic, though. Oh god, why'd that kill me? Huh. Oh no, he skinned me. You are bleeding extensively and your body is in shock. Not quite over yet. It's a struggle just to stay conscious. Hey, I thought you cut off both my arms. The pain is starting to feel too excruciating. And consciousness gone. What about girl? What happened to her? Well, lasted pretty long on that one. Let's go with someone who can fight well. And because I can't not see it. There we go. As much as Chilchuk is not a knight, he is very much a rogue. You were born with a soul of domination that makes people around you bend to your will. You are a natural leader, but you might often end up blind to self-criticism. If your birth sign wasn't enough to warrant a future of greatness, you were also born into a wealthy noble family. At an early age, you were sent into training to become the Holy Knight of a Kingdom of Rondon. Training to become a squire was a harsh school that spared no one, no matter if you were from a noble origin or not. A practice sparring match between you and a well-seasoned squire took place at the central training grounds. It is said that a fighter shows their true colors in their first fight. This applied to you too. When you saw the sword coming your way, you step aside and dodge. Fast dance. As time went on, you proved out to be a gifted fighter and a valuable asset to the kingdom. However, the Kingdom of Rondon claimed to follow the will of the gods in pursuit for more power, but all the rewards seemed to fall into the laps of the elite and the nobles sitting comfortably behind the castle walls. Ruthlessly, the kingdom would expand its reign, reducing the feeble citadels to ash and bloodstains, enslaving the poor womenfolk whilst every man is slain. Only spare a child or two, that its legend may grow. Your devotion was shaken. You were all but ready to retire from the army, but your family insisted no. They demanded you to stay as a holy knight, or else you'd bring great shame to their noble family. Chilchuck's a bit of a coward. That includes family ties. At this point, family ties weighed no more than strangers you met at the dirty streets of Rondon. You completely cut ties with your family without hesitation. Just as you were about to flee from the army, things took an unexpected turn for you. You met a captain of a small mercenary army who seemed to share the same ill will towards the Kingdom of Rondon as you did. The common folk was starting to gather around the charismatic leaders Lagarde, who shared humble origins similar to farmers and villagers alike. There was definitely something otherworldly in his stature. Lagarde saw potential in you, and with warm words, he almost seduced you to join his band of mercenaries. Thanks to your rigorous discipline, you took a high position in his army in the Knights of the Midnight Sun. Your army was growing fast in both size and influence in the western regions. The Kingdom of Rondon would first use your services to their own benefit, but soon saw you more as a possible threat to their modern reigns. Something changed with the Lagarde as well. He kept more to himself and studied ancient texts and occult. He became obsessed with some relics and artifacts that gave you ominous feelings and terrible nightmares. Things would only spiral towards madness even more when Lagarde decided to raid the northern capital Oldgard. Without a warning or negotiation, Lagarde killed everyone who stood in the way between him and this mysterious ancient relic. It was a small overblow that was enough of an excuse for the Kingdom of Rondon to turn common folk against Lagarde and justify his imprisonment. As the troops of the Rondon army marched toward your clearly smaller army, you had to choose which position to take in the coming encounter. Take the rear. Longsword and Eagle Crest Shield. Spider Crest Shield, I think. You get plate mail and leg guards. The Knights of the Midnight Sun lost the fight. Many of your comrades were slain, but you managed to escape the battlefield. Lagarde was taken as a captive and to be used most likely as propaganda. You knew you didn't have much time before he would be sentenced to death, so you had to act fast. Even if it seemed like a suicide mission, you decided to save Lagarde from the prisons he was held in. Before leaving for your desperate journey, you decided to stock up on equipment and items. Equipment, food, rush trade in. What kind of equipment can I get? Tinderboxes, a quill, and a blue vial. Good defense, good offense. Not well prepared for magic, though. Or animals. With swift movement, you gain an additional turn. Ooh. That's nice. Might be able to kill people before they even get a chance to do anything then. Cloth hood. Cheese. Ale. Wooden buckler. Wheat flour and a cabbage. Ah, too strong. Such is my fate without lot picking. Need that book about crafting mushroom soup. Ow. So I gotta cast that on myself first. What'd you inject me with? Gross. Maneba has nothing. Oh, so sweet. Instant diabetes. Small key. Can I use the key? No. I wonder if I could use the potion to melt the door. Yeah, if I can't break through a wooden door, there's no way I'm breaking through a metal one. Locked from the other side. I can't progress through here, so I guess I gotta go back this way and watch out for dogs. Will those dogs come to get me now? Oh yeah, no, I've died to those dogs like 3 times now. Pinecone peak instructions. Now I just need a stick and a pinecone. Back in the courtyard. Aw, my trap is gone. Talk to the girl. Open the cage. Teratophobia, fear of monsters. Cheese. Tomato. Can't use anything I'm holding. Darn. Alright, well, do what you can to not die, I guess. Until I throw you down a well. Or just sacrifice you to a big old monster. Hello, sir. Oh, weaker than I thought. Cloth and a stick. Blood flower magic. Book of Enlightenment. The book radiates light in every color of the spectrum. You feel like your journey has just begun, as if your existence before this very moment has been like watching someone else entirely. You feel a perspective shift in your surroundings, as if everything was to shrink or perhaps you were to ascend higher. You gain a better understanding of yourself. The link between your mind and your body has started its deterioration. You feel closer to enlightenment. As you finish reading the book, it crumbles into dust before your very eyes. What did I just do? Is that just a free save? In this book, I reminisce my time at the Eastern Sanctuaries with my late master Nasra the Great. So many keys. Oh no. Oil. Nitroglycerin powder. White powder of nitroglycerin. Mixed with right elements, you can get something out of this. Yeah, big old bomb. Some money. Another torch. Another bear trap. Back in the prison, am I? I guess I just have to leave out the other side of the prison then. Where's that bear trap? Oh no, you got no legs. God, lose my arms so fast. Punch him in the dick. Ow! Fucking bastard. Now I have no arms. Meat cleaver and loincloth. Shame I can't do anything with them. Shows a lot of skin and muscle. Sorry, girl, it's just optimal. I need to be stronger to get through there. How am I even holding this torch? Kick him. Yeah. God, it barely heals anything. So I had a worm in me. So I have nothing to get rid of. Yeah, I don't have anything to get rid of poison. What does talking with this thing do? What is your origin? Seems to look at you with eyes of pity. Oh no, girl been poisoned. Time to run. Wow, there's just like no point in running. It's blocking me from progressing that way. Guess I could go jump down the well. Maybe that one leads to the bodies that I was looking at before. Shoot, I wanted to attack him this time. Oh well. Hey, Mr. Orcherer. Yeah, keep coming. Aw, it doesn't work on him. That or it has to hit him, like, perfectly. little girl is fairly useless. Not willing to join me. Alright, well, I don't like my odds of surviving this with, no arms, so we're just gonna experiment. Oh, fuck, right, I forgot about the hole. My legs! I think I saw some bugs there. Ow. Don't want that girl to die before I even get a chance to sack her. Alright, don't step on the hole. Offer girl. You give the girl to human Hydra as an offering. Yes, virgin girl meat. The girl struggles a little, but you push her into an opening between heads and tentacles. You weren't long for this world anyway. I might be shortly following you. She's better than what we imagined. Cheers. I already gave you a girl. What else do you want? I don't think I got no arms, man. Don't know what you'll expect of me. Hey. It's me. Huh? You are with the sane mind still. Please leave me. I'm not here to make acquaintances, and I fail to see what worth chatting with you would bring. Who are you? Dark Priest seemed clearly frustrated. My name is Enki, the Priest of Destruction. Did that feed your curiosity? You just keep on talking to me in hopes of gaining even a small advantage in this darkness, do you? Dark priests are generally frowned upon in the suppressed modern societies, but then we suddenly become a valuable asset when you're facing eternal darkness. Well, your survival is none of my concern. In fact, you will most likely be more valuable to me after the horrors of these dungeons have had their way with you. I'm through with you. Oops. Well, he's gonna kill me. continued to talk his ear off. I didn't intend to insult you. It's too late for apologies. Ah, bugs. And I'm hurting. Oh, yeah, no, that does hurting. Oh, boy. Well, I think we're gonna call it there for the night. Interesting RPG. It looks like, based off of what I saw from the, that little altar where I could potentially offer souls for power, there aren't too many abilities. I don't know how I'm supposed to gain them. I might just need more souls to actually learn a new one. Well, this is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to advancing a little further, maybe getting to the second floor, or jumping down the wells without breaking my legs. That'd be nice. That'd be ideal. Maybe the survivalist, I already forgot what their name was, is better at dealing with that. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we return to play some more Fear and Hunger. And I might also look up a little bit about what I'm supposed to do in this game and, like, maybe some suggestions and tips. Thank you very much for stopping by. We will see you tomorrow. Take care and have yourself a good night.